Hey, Rani here. Shall we make a game? Now, well, actually, it's before last time. That was when I got this basic kind of character motion working, and I had the problem in that it was all basically just piled into like the scene. It wasn't really something that was reusable between scenes. So I'd started a bit of a rework to kind of like move that into a reusable part of the system. But I didn't finish. I was a bit I ended up starting really late due to some other things happening, and I was way too tired to do anything that complex. Uh, still kind of, still kind of shattered. So don't know. We'll give it a go. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Right, forward normal. Okay, that's right. We were going into the matrix, and we're gonna make so we can pull out the forward vector. Yeah, something about the naming of that is I called it Z. That kind of implies pulling out the Z vector, not the forward normal, so I'll make it pull out forward instead. I'm going to remove all mention of Z because that implies... oh, hang on. There we go. I think that's clearer. I think that's clear about what it's doing. It's doing a normalization step. And next thing I'm going to do is, like I said here, I was considering maybe I should have the normalize function actually be able to throw an error if like if you give it something that can't be normalized. We'll keep that in the back pocket though, we'll do that some other time. So yeah, we're going to do matrix, forwards, and then we're going to get our transform matrix wherever that is. There it is. I wonder if I should be storing a reference to that. I probably should. Yeah. So what type is behind this? It's a matrix pair, wasn't it? It's a matrix pair, yes. Oh, I can't type. Ah! Okay, that should work. That should work. That'll give us the translation, which needs to define where we're starting. And then we can extract the forward vector, which is... Oh, I cannot type. What is happening? Ah! I'll extract the forward normal. Okay, there we go. Right, is that everything we need? I think it might be. I think it might be. Yes, I think that's everything we need. I've just spotted the problem. 1 second. I hereby announce the problem is now resolved. Okay, what are we doing here? Yeah, so we've got navigation mesh, we've got... Oh, we're not storing that anywhere, are we? Yeah, we need to store that in there. In fact, I should probably... I'm just going to fold away the sidebar and go for a double view. I should probably go through these in order and make sure they're all kind of set up. So that one's fine. We want to... hang on a second. Yeah, the advanced component should be set up, the character should be set up, the initial state should be set up, although we're changing that here. We probably want to play an animation. No, wait, we already are. That's doing a construction. We've got a model matrix, which is good. We don't necessarily have a target at this point, but we have a forward normal. We have the arrive callback will be null, that's fine. Are we setting that here? No, we're not. And we should probably set a target. Oh yeah, that's right. I was going to delay that until here because at that point the characters might have been positioned differently. Yeah, so basically going to initialize, set the sort of initial target locations right at the end of the character's feet. That's good. Forward normals, arrive callbacks. Static mesh navigation, sorry, navigation mesh component IDs. I was trying to think of a better name for navigation mesh, because even though I did see there's a term for it which is meadow map, which I kind of like. It's a bit less wordy. It's usually used in robotics. And I was thinking that might actually be a much better choice of term for it, because it's not just used for navigation, it's used for other things too. Yeah, basically like make a simplified mesh of the world and kind of explore that. Face indices, I think we're getting one of those. Yep, we're getting one of those. Oh, and we want both the component and the mesh, so we've done that. That's good. That's good. We got it all. We got it all sorted out. Okay, so what are we doing next? What are we doing next? What are we doing next? Let's build it and see what happens. Oh, that's right. We made a bunch of changes. Oh, I forgot about this. We made a bunch of changes to the advanced component things. Oh god, I probably broke everything by doing this. Like I was not in a good state. God only knows what I've done to this code base. What's this? What do I do with this? Ah, this is the limit. Okay. What else do we have here? God, all this code is nonsense. What on earth did I write all this for? Hmm. I think I might need like a mark and sweep thing for this in future, because this is getting really complicated. Yeah, so I can see now part of the reason why I did the compaction thing is it means that I know exactly where to stop, because it can only ever add items to the end of the list. But that doesn't seem like a good reason to do it, really. Maybe I could have like a flag in there saying, "Oh, it's a new one," just instead. Okay, what else is wrong here? Okay, we can get rid of that. Man, I've really improved things by making this refactor, haven't I? What's this say? Oh yeah, these shouldn't be constant as I'm passing them into something. And what do we have here? Oh, this is saying I can't do that because I am discarding the constant modifier on this. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem. I'll just remove the constant. I'll just remove the constant modifiers. Label at end of compound statement is a C2X extension. I'm sorry for whatever I did. Oh, it's saying that I need a break there or something. Right, okay. Almost there. Only a few more compile issues, and then we can find out what doesn't work. It's just saying it's not compatible, which means I changed something about this between the implementation and the original. Get rid of that. My god, so many compile errors. That's because that's meant to be states. And this, of course, shouldn't be the index we're passing through. That's completely wrong. What am I doing? We shouldn't need to know about the character state in here any longer. I'm going to make a backup of this. And I'm going to start gutting this one, get rid of all of this, I think. Wow, there was so much in here. Get rid of the target, get rid of that and that and that, and all of that. Get rid of that dummy model as well. Let's get rid of it from here as well. This click thing needs a bit of a rework. Okay. Yeah, these two will probably get refactored as well. Think about like an entity helpers file, which will probably be where those end up. Okay, we can get rid of the target. That's good. Get rid of the advanced component. In fact, we can get rid of basically all of this. The only thing we need to feed it is the we need to create a character component. And I don't remember what the arguments are, so I need to bring in that. I need to bring that thing in. Right, there we go. First one is going to be the entity itself. That makes sense. We don't have a parent component ID for it. And we need to make a character for it. So let's go to the protagonist. And let's export a character object. Now, in theory, the character object is going to encapsulate most of these. However, these are still useful to have individually for like cutscenes. Oh, and then Windows just opens a random window. Thank you, Windows. Must be why they called it Windows. Oh, I never actually documented any of this. I wonder why not. I'll leave it that way. I'm not feeling like it tonight. Okay, is that good enough? Let's give that a try. Let's see what happens when I build that. Oh, all the terminal can lock up. That's good. Yeah. That happens really often. I'm not really sure why. He says as he dumps an obnoxious amount of text into the terminal. Oh, we've got an error. What was it? Don't know. All got jumbled up. Anytime today. Oh, we got another error. What was it? Ah. So what's going on here? Some parts of this code are expecting it to be a function. Some parts are going to be data. Like what? That's interesting. Hang on. Why is it being referenced from the angel file? That's kind of strange. Oh, it's the texture. Okay. Well, just for kind of like the sake of just keeping this moving, I'm just going to temporarily rename this. Don't normally like doing things like that. It's almost kind of like, you know, protagonist texture, but just keep things going. And it's going to be in here. Go into the angels file and do the same there. Oops. And we've had another terminal freeze. We seem to be having a lot of those tonight. Well, it's built. Let's see what we got. Well, we got a guy standing there. That's not bad. Let's manually, just for the sake of testing, let's start making this guy move around a bit. So yeah, sure, save that. And let's set them a target of, say, there. 3, 0, 1. That's all I need to remember. Right, and he shouldn't move just yet because we set him a target, but he doesn't really know how to get to it. So, yeah, thinking out the best way of doing this. Yeah, I got it. We need to call into this here. So I'm just going to get rid of this, but I'm going to keep it for the scenario. And we're going to keep a reference to the character component. I'm learning nothing about making my variable name shorter, am I? No. Okay, that hasn't crashed, that's good. So next up we want to, first of all, verify that's definitely a character. So how do we check that? Using that, I suppose. Okay, so we've got through that part. Next up we need to set the thing's destination. I guess the only thing we need to do is set the target. That's all we need to do. Yeah, that's all we need to do for now. Later on, we'll have to do some more advanced stuff like setting up the callback. Actually, let's do that now. Let's do that now. Why not? Oh, we're not storing that anywhere. Okay, that should be good enough. That should get us moving. Oh, actually, no, we want to initialize it first. And the reason we want to initialize it first is so that, because initialization will actually set the default target between the character's feet. We don't want that. We want to be able to control it from our end. That's the wrong index. Okay, that should be good. And then we should have an advanced call back in here. There it is. And at this point, we need to then start looking at things like the target, you know, try and figure out if we need to do something with it. Yeah. Yeah, I need to record which face the target's on, actually. I shall do that down here when I should do it here. I shall mark it as none. So then I can check that up here when I'm doing the advance, and if it's none, I know that it's a fresh target and we need to actually set it up and stuff. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. Yes, we've got navigation mesh. We've got a target. Let's pull out the face index of the thing that we're supposed to be facing. Oh, have I actually defined in here what space it's in? So, yeah, so you pass it in a position in world space, and then we take a copy of it, a copy of its equivalent in the characters. Current action mesh components. Local space will be taken. Yeah, that kind of makes sense. So yeah, so what it's kind of saying there is, yeah, say you've got like a navigation mesh, you know, it's kind of over here, and you know we've actually moved it away from the origin. If I tell the player to go here, it will actually kind of remember where that is relative to the nav mesh. So even if you then move the nav mesh, that target kind of moves with it. I think that makes sense. It means that, like, for example, if you were going to be using it for, if you had, say, like a room like this, right? And you had a character here and they saw like an enemy here. They try and get to that same location relative to the room, even if the room is moving. That makes sense to me. Expression must have a constant value. What are you talking about? It's an index. It's like, fine there. What? Oh, wait. I know what it's talking about. Writing too many equal signs, been writing too much PHP and JavaScript lately. And then we need to recalculate this based on the current navigation mesh. to do project into local space of navigation mesh. Yep, that's what we want. Yep, that's good. And then the point we're doing is it's going to be the target. And then we're going to write the target face index. Yep, that's good. Okay, so at that point, we're all good. We can then do our navigation and yeah. Next static, calculate, next forward normal. So at that point, we need to calculate exactly which direction the character is going to be walking in. So what do we need here? We need, I think I wrote a function for that, didn't I? Where did I write that function? Where was it? There you go, normal to edge. There we go. What a terrible name. Actually, hang on. This doesn't quite make sense because if the nav mesh moved, the forward vector would need to move too. So I'm actually going to not do that. I'm actually going to calculate that every frame. Should be fine. We can cache which edge you're walking towards though. That'd be fine. All right, next up, we have to keep a record of which edge we're going to be trying to cross next. So as simple as that. Now, if it's the first time, if it's the first frame where we have this target, we need to evaluate a new one. Otherwise, we're going to pull it out of storage. Just so we're only calculating a new kind of sort of target once per kind of edge crossing. Okay, that's sorted. There's an extra thing in here where if there is line of travel, I don't want to consider the next edge index. I want to get the location there now, don't I? Yeah. Man, it's just a lot of things to kind of keep in your head here. I can see how this got so messy the first time and then kind of where it's going to happen again. Oh yeah, I was thinking to do this stuff here where I kind of like transition between like different walk and run states. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I need to do that as well. Oh man. I'm going to rename this to character as that's very confusing having it all called index. Oh man. What is wrong with me this week, man? It seemed like such a good idea at the time. Yeah, I'll just develop a game rather than playing games. I'll have a go at developing one. It seemed like such a good idea at the time. What on earth was I thinking? Come on, fill that in Visual Studio Code. You know you want to. Come on. No, okay, I guess not. Maybe the term navigation mesh isn't the problem. Maybe it's just the fact that I include the words in basically everything. A definition for the selected symbol could not be located. I was literally on top. I literally had it selected. That's actually quite funny. Oh man, I'm so exhausted. I don't think I'll make it through the house tonight. All right, okay. This is the bit here where we actually need to do the state transitions. Okay. Right, here we need to do a bit of a distance check. Oh, we also need to get the normal between, yeah. Yes, I did the distance check before, wasn't it? Yeah, so let's go from the location, the target location, and we need to use the forward normal. There we go. And then, oh, we need to do it to a temporary variable actually, and then copy it across. Holy wow. Just, wow, just completely flat. Hmm. Oh man, I'm really feeling. I'm barely awake. Oh no. Okay, that should cover pretty much everything. Oh wait, this is updating. So now all of our kind of like state machine nonsense should be done, and we should be able to start actually doing the movement part. So if the character's idle, we just return. Oh, the other thing I should probably do is just thinking about this. I should probably clamp the start position to somewhere on the nav mesh. Do some basic collision with the nav mesh tiles. Okay. Okay, well, I think I'm going to stop in a minute because I'm definitely not with it. Definitely made some progress, but definitely nowhere near done with this. I was really hoping to get this done today. I was hoping to get it done yesterday. Yeah, I think I'm going to stop there because I'm just that like so. I need to go lie down something. Have a great evening, and I'll pick this up tomorrow.